Hi everyone, hope you're safe and well. Shared a video with you a couple of days ago with five real big power hitters, okay, some of the longest hitters on the planet. Now they're what we class as big rotators. They're creating a lot of their power by rotating very, very fast, okay, or old-fashioned terms, spinning their hips quickly. All right. But what did you see in the videos that kind of showed you or gave you an inkling as to how they're able to do that? What I saw is on all those players, as they come into the ball, you'll see their lead foot jump off the floor and move backward slightly. What you'll also see is if you slow it down, as they're doing that, you'll see that actually their heel comes off the ground first, their toe points, and they're pushing themselves backwards. Now, what that's doing is to create rotation, okay, we need forces in the horizontal plane. All right. So using my iPad here, imagine these are the iPad's my hips, but think of it as being a child merry-go-round. To spin the merry-go-round, we need one child this side pushing in this direction. We also need one child in this side pushing in this direction. That's going to create the rotation and the spin that we're after. All right. Now, the important thing with this is we're after the reaction move of the ground. So we need to put force down and forwards to create the ground reaction force backwards. Key thing to note as well with a golf swing is we need 1.5 to 2 times more force in the lead side in the downswing than we have in the trail. So using our merry-go-round, our bigger kid needs to be on the lead side pushing this way, okay? Then our smaller kid is on the back foot pushing in that direction. Now, little demonstration for that. If I was to stand here and I was to lift my toes up, not a lot of movement. If I was to stand here, lift my heels up and go onto my tiptoes, I've got a vertical element, okay? But now if I keep my heels down or think of keeping my heels down and try and push my toes into the floor, pushes me backwards, okay? And that's what we're after. It's that movement, the force down and forwards that to them pointing their toes, pushing me backwards, okay? Now, great little drill for this. While you're at home, grab your home scales, okay? What I want you to do is pop the scales on the floor. Lead foot, ball of the foot and your toes go on the scales, heel stays on the floor. Now, in all those videos you saw, the player's heel did come up. And when you're doing this, it'll go very light and it will. Those players' heels come up because they're the longest hitters in the world, creating the most force. For this drill we're doing, I want you to think about keeping the heel down because I don't want that vertical force, the heel coming up too much, because it's not going to give us the force that we want. So what I want you to do is put your foot onto the scale, okay? Go to the top of your backswing. Load the scale as you come down. Again, load it by pushing the toe down. Now, what I want to do from there is look at the number on the scales you've got, okay? How much weight is down in that area, and try and as you swing through, once you've loaded it, swing through and try and increase it, okay? So I got another 5 kilos there of push, we can call it pressure, but force downwards, okay, through my ball of my foot and my toes, because I was feeling like as I came down, I was almost trying to point my toes. Now, when I do that, look what happens to my hip. It pushes my hip backwards. The important thing of why we want to try and raise that number or keep that number high is so that we can keep on the gas. Okay, if you're an early extender, someone that comes in and really drives towards the ball, what you're going to find is you may have a very high peak into those scales, but you lose that peak or your heel comes up and you're driving towards the ball. So what do you then do? We have that vertical element. We want the rotation element. So to get the rotation, think about keeping your heel on the floor for this drill into the scales. Now from there, plant your foot down into the floor, push your toes down into the scale. Try and get that number as high as you can, and you'll really feel your hip being pushed backwards and it driving that rotation. Okay. What this will do is having that movement through the ball and having that pressure staying on the gas for longer will keep those hips turning. It will create more impulse, so more energy over a longer time, okay, to keep everything winding and everything moving. Okay. Hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed it. Fingers crossed lockdown will be over soon and we can get back out onto the golf course. I'm looking forward to getting back on the lesson tee, getting out on the golf course myself. If you like the video, give it a like, share it amongst your friends, let me know, and let's get some big drives out there when we come back out of lockdown, all right? Cheers.